So welcome everybody. Thank you for being here, and thank you for giving us your film. First of all, the film The Excavator will be premiering actually tonight. It's on the 30th at 9 p.m. in Cosmos. So it's in the IMAX in the big hall, and I'm really looking forward to that, to see the film in a big screen and in such a beautiful hall as well. So for those who are following it from home, please go check out the website, see if there are still tickets available, and you can buy them online. So tonight at 6 p.m. in Cosmos IMAX. What I would like to do, first of all, is to give the floor to the director of the film and to hear a little bit about the background of the film. So we have a very psychological film, psychological that blends with historical facts and with the historical background of the country. So first question obviously is, where does the film comes from, and what brought you, what's the motive for you to talk about this story, and what's your connection also to the story?
영화적인 시점에선 20년 전으로 설정을 했거든요. 근데 사실상 이제 영화적 배경은 1980년도 5월에 군사 독재 정권에 맞선 민주화 운동, 그 당시에 투입됐던 시위대, 그가 이제 20년이 지난 후에 우연한 계기로 트라우마를 발견하고 그 당시 동기들을 찾아가는 과정이 간단한 줄거리입니다.
In cinematic view, the timeline was 20 years ago. It's about a democratic uprising that happened in May in 1980. It's about a guy who used to be a soldier at that uprising, and by accidentally, 20 years later, he found some trauma about what happening in that uprising. And it's about finding his colleagues and seniors that's actually involved what happened in that uprising.
So this is a film that has a lot to do with the actual history and reference to real historical facts. When dealing with the history, especially such a sensitive topic and such a sensitive moment, I believe it's always hard to wade in also how to do it and what kind of style to use in order to pay homage at the actual history and not, let's say, to get out of the schemes and sometimes, you know, to be criticized or something. So how did you proceed? What kind of researches did you go through? Did you, you know, get actual footage, or did you get the data, documents? What did you read? What did you research in order to try to be as correct as possible?
이 영화가 어찌 보면 각본이 김기덕 감독님이 각본을 쓰셨습니다. 제작과 각본을 쓰셨고 그 5년 전부터 준비를 하셨던 작품인데, 감독님과 제가 이 작품을 꼭 해야 되겠다고 느꼈던 이유는 아직까지 영화 속에서 말하는 그 최고 명령권자는 밝혀지지 않았고 자위권, 그러니까 소위 말한 군대가 자신을 보호하기 위해서 총을 쐈다는 이유를 지금까지도 말하고 있고, 영화와 현실과 좀 오버랩되는 상황이 지금 오늘 뉴스에서도 광주에서 그때 안매장된 유골들을 지금에서 이제 찾고 있어요. 그런 어떤 밝혀지지 않은 문제를 지금에서 우리는 꼭 이야기를 해야 되겠다는 당위성을 느꼈습니다.
Actually, the script was written by director Kim Gi-deok 5 years ago. The reason why I determined to direct this film is that actually what happened in May 1980, the democratic uprising, is not solved, it's not ended, but still happening now. So I reckon that even news today, there was a news that there is some victim buried secretly when the uprising happened. So I'd like to talk about what happened in democratic uprising in 1980s. So that's the data I used. Yeah.
That's also one of the points I wanted to make, that despite we're talking about historical facts from the past, the reverb, the consequences of this past is still, let's say, unraveling today, and is still very present. So it must be a very hot topic also today. So to make a film like this, it's very brave and very challenging, also from a personal perspective. So I wanted to ask also, in making the film, both from the side of the director and the producer, how was it to, approach this subject and then have to go and ask for funds and just explain, we're talking about this, we're doing this kind of film. Was it hard to get the funds? Was it a difficult process also to get the people around involved in the project, or how did it go?
영화를 촬영하는 기간에 에피소드도 많이 있고요. 물론 이 포크레인이 상징하는 약간 주인공의 캐릭터를 은유적으로 표현한 상처난 포크레인, 그리고 도로에 상처를 내는 궤도, 약간 탱크와 닮은, 가해자이면서 피해자인 그런 탱크와 같은 그 캐릭터가, 바가지가 약간 선행을 하고 궤도가 도로에 상처를 내는, 약간 우리나라를, 한반도를 하나의 몸으로 보고 그렇게 설정을 해서 포크레인을 이동하면서 찍었던 것이 가장 이제 힘들었던, 영화를 촬영하면서 힘들었던 일이고요. 네. 또
Actually, there are a lot of story when we produce the film, but one thing I want to talk about is since the title of this film is Excavator, so I think I found something interesting about Excavator when I made the film. Like, Excavator represent the protagonist itself, and the fun fact about Excavator is it looks like a tank, which symbolize the violence, what happened in 1980s. But at the same time, it's productive and it's helping people. So what I found about Excavator was very interesting for me.
이 시나리오를 제가 이제 직접 본 게 이 영화를 만들기 한 2년 전이었는데, 그때부터 이제 흥미로운 지점들이 좀 많았어요. 이게 물론 포크레인이 갖고 있는 상징성도 많이 있지만은, 이 기존에 이제 한국에서 만들어지는 1980년도의 사건을 다룬 영화들은 피해자 입장이 아닌, 가해자 입장이 아닌 피해자 입장에서 많은 영화들을 다루고 있는데, 이 영화는 이제 다른 시각에서 보는, 피해자 입장에서 가해자가 갖는 그 트라우마를 표현하고 있어서 저희가 흥미롭게 영화를 만들 수 있을 거라고 생각해서 이 영화가 시작이 됐습니다.
I read the scenario before 2 years ago before it started to make. Actually, I found very interesting about the scenery because usually many films about the democratic uprising, it has been about a point of view from victims, but this film, Excavator, is actually about the soldiers who were involved what happened in 1980s. So I found out that not only the victims who died in democratic uprising, but also the soldiers who were involved, they also have a trauma, the PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. So that's what I found interesting. That's the one reason I started to produce this film.
글쎄 저 역시도 이 광주 사태라는 것을 정확하게 알 수는 없었고 굉장히 좀 이렇게 은폐되어 있었던 사실이었는데 그 사실을 알게 돼서도 그냥 광주 시민의 입장에서 생각을 했지 이 시위 진압에 들어갔던 군인들이 어떤 상처를 입게 됐을 수도 있다는 걸 이 시나리오를 읽으면서 공감하게 됐고 그런 것들을 이렇게 표현하는 것들이 좀 마음이 아팠고 근데 이제 이게 추운 겨울 배우 입장에서는 추운 겨울에 그 16회라는 짧은 그 시간 안에 찍어야 됐기 때문에 이 감정들을 이렇게 표현을 잘 할 수 있을까에 대해서는 굉장히 이렇게 고민을 하면서 찍었던 것 같아요.
I've also heard many things about the democratic uprising in 1980s, but as I just personally, I've only thought about the point of view from victims, but as I start to act in this film, I start to understand about the soldiers that involved in that happened. They also have their own trauma. They also have their own problem. And as a point of view from acting wise, I had to act in middle of summer in very limited time and 16 shots. So I was managing to how to deliver my emotion precisely. So that's what I've concerned. Very hard, difficult. Yeah.
This is a point that I wanted to excavate. There's in acting in this film, there's so much happening and so much going on inside the character, and the evolution of the character also starting from the beginning of the film. The character's arch is very significant. The evolution of the psychology. What was the process first I believe the script had already, considering especially who wrote it, it had already a very good solid base. But when working with the actor, and from an acting perspective also, what was the most difficult part to develop and to in order to connect with this, who we can call victim as well, soldiers, because they are a victim of the system in which they were brought. And so what was it, like, the hard part?
글쎄요, 이걸 뭐 이렇게 계산을 이렇게 하면서 연기를 했던 것 같진 않아요. 근데 감독님이랑 얘기를 할 때 될 수 있으면 짧은 회차였지만 처음부터 이렇게 찍어 나가는 방향으로 하자고 해서 그것들이 많이 도움이 되면서 감정들이 쌓여 나갔던 것 같고, 그리고 어쨌든 그 김강일이라는 인물과 그 포크레인 그 탱크는 이렇게 동일시된 어떤 그런 공통점이 있어서 마지막에 그게 굉장히 낡은 포크레인이었었는데 그게 잘 버텨주다가 마지막 그 전 대통령 집 앞에서 전투 장면, 큰 포크레인과 전투 장면을 벌인 다음에 그 다음서부터 이 포크레인이 작동이 막 안 되고 너무 힘들어하는 거예요. 그러니까 이게 그걸 보면서 물론 기계였지만 그게 굉장히 마음이 아프고 이 포크레인 역시도 한 배우와 같은 역할을 해줬구나 그런 생각이 들었고 뭐 어쨌든 우리 대한민국의 그런 과거였으니까 그런 점에 대해서는 어떤 계산이나 그런 게 아니라 자연스럽게 그 공감을 하고 점점 그 감정을 증폭시킬 수 있었던 것 같아요.
When I acted, actually I've talked with the director, and director helped me to take scenes in time order. So it really helped the evolution of the psychological fact. Plus, the excavator itself represents the protagonist. And one interesting thing is that in the last scene, the protagonist decided to visit the person who ordered what happened in democratic uprising, our ex-president. In that scene, there is a battle scene between two big excavators, but after that scene, it was very old excavator. It was actually broke down. So I kind of sympathized of the excavator. It was very heartbreaking for me. Yeah.
Would you like to add anything? To the development of the character.
사실 엄태웅 배우가 가지고 있는 그 자체적인 캐릭터를 많이 이용하고 싶었어요. 표면에 많이 드러내지 않으면서 분명히 내상을 가지고 있는 그게 초반의 영화에 나오지 않고 동기들을 만나며 서성 동정심에서 쌓아가다가 이제 드디어 이제 그들과 동일화되면 이제 저항을 하고 누가 과연 우리를 이렇게 만들었는지 하는 자신을 찾아가는 과정이라고 생각했고 그런 면에서 너무나 잘 표현해 주신 것 같아요.
When I shoot the film, I would like to apply the value of the actor Um Tae-woong himself, because he's very good at subtle expressing emotions. So I really appreciate he actually acted in his way well. And when the time goes by, like he met a lot of colleagues and his seniors, and I really liked the way he acted in sympathizing themselves. So I really appreciate my actor Um Tae-woong.
And this is very true. I was interested in the work with the actress and with the actor and how that developed, because it's very correct that the excavator is one. Let's say the tool, also just the car is a sort of character, and the main character is just, let's say, not just the most important person, but also the most complex in a way, very extremely complex. And the complexity of his psychology just fills the whole screen. That's also why I'm very interested in watching it on a big screen, because it's just Well, first of all, it's marvelously shot. I have to say, like, also the cinematography is very beautiful. The shots, the mise en scène is very beautiful, and the subtle, as the director said very, very correctly, the subtle acting makes it even more powerful. So I believe we are running out of time, and I would like to ask one more question, though. I really enjoyed the film also because it's not just an emotional film, but it's also very informative. So especially from someone, you know, coming from the outside that maybe doesn't have too much understanding of the context, it's very informative and very very human. So how much of this was already in the script? So how much in the script was already detailed? The fact that we have to focus on the human side of the main character, and through that we can actually then get to know all the other background, and how much did the director contribute also working with the actor to develop this aspect?
영화가 약간 판타지의 경향을 가지고 있고 로드무비라고 말을 할 수도 있고 없을 수도 있는 약간 복합적인 장르라고 생각하는데, 인물들을 만나면서 그 인물들이 보여주는 상처들, 상처가 겉으로 어떻게 표현되는지를 동기들이나 상사들을 통해서 나타나게 되고, 그런 부분들은 시나리오에서 그 어떤 인간적인 부분이나 그런 부분 시나리오에서 다 철저하게 만들어졌습니다. 그런데 이제 영화를 이제 이미지화하는 과정에서 한국의 다양한 장소를 저는 찾고 싶었고, 그러니까 이 다양한 장소에 이렇게 다양한 아픔들이 포진되어 있다. 그래서 어찌 보면 어느 길을 떠난다 이런 건 시나리오에서 구체적으로 명시되어 있지는 않죠. 근데 이 길을 떠나는 자체, 우리 하나의 몸을 여행을 다니는 그 아픔, 상처들, 겉표면을 상처내는, 그리고 깊은 곳에 또 아픔들이 또 묻어져 있었던 그런 것에 대한 은유적 표현을 위해서 다양한 공간의 질감과 인물이 또 합쳐져서 표현될 수 있는 그들의 아픔, 거기에 중점을 많이 뒀습니다.
This film can be said somehow, so in some way, fantastic or in a road movie. Actually, the characters themselves in the film was already strictly in the script, but in a way of choosing the locations, because this film is about traveling of the excavator itself. I didn't really decide it, or I didn't even write on the script, but I decided to find its location while I'm finding the characters' hurt or their psychological changes. Yeah, that's how I made the movie.
Okay, thank you so much. I just wanted to, in order to wrap up the interview, I just wanted to say that I totally love the film, and I'm very happy that we have it at our festival. It's in the competition, so good luck also for that. And I'm really happy because I do believe that we need more filmmakers who can take the risk, talk about important subjects, not be afraid to do that, and take the risk and just go against sometimes the grain, but just put valuable and important topics on the table for everybody to watch and to get to know, and to inform people, but also to move their their souls and everything. So I really appreciate that. And I would like to remind once again that the film is going to screen this afternoon or evening, if one might say, at 6 p.m. at the Cosmos IMAX. So thanks once again. Good luck for the screening and also for the competitions, fingers crossed. And thanks once again for being here.